Hello, folks. Welcome back to Spill&Spin. It's your Shuli KST. This is our first episode, so basically we're gonna appreciate y'all. You know, this is some low budget stuff right now, but don't worry, folks. Come to episode 3 and 4.
Yes,
We're
sir.
gonna invest some more into. First thing is the audio for sure. First episode, huh?
Just the first episode because the episode will count more.
I know for sure. Oh, that's Nima in the back, by the way. You guys will see him soon. I call him Asian.
That's our technical
You know what I'm
producer.
saying?
He's handling everything in the back. So
There you go. So right now, you know what I'm saying, he's anonymous, but you guys will put a face to the voice soon enough.
maybe there'll be a face reveal if we get there.
Yeah, if you
Maybe,
guys,
like,
if you guys get us to
I
1
was gonna
million
say,
subscribers.
like, maybe have them like guess what he looks like. Send pictures or something.
Yeah, so
drawings
honestly,
and
you
stuff.
know, he
I'll give
can
you guys
talk.
his Instagram.
There you go. That's what that work. But yeah, so just to give you guys to know us a little bit more. My name is Komi. I go by KST, and I mean I'm a son. I'm a brother to my older sister. I'm a father to my son. I'm a man to my girl, and what else? Yeah, that's me.
Man, I didn't know we were gonna be reading obituaries.
That's it's gonna be.
That's the whole thing. Okay, I gotta start thinking of.
So
what
that's me. I'm an African by blood, 1000%. Came to US at 11. Been here ever since. 13 plus years, going on strong now. Went to school, did some college. Fall out because I went to pursue my passion for labor. And it's been ups and downs. Let me down a few times, twice already. I'm trying to renegotiate my contract to where things can go right this time around. But praying to God, I'm also a Christian, a struggling Christian at that. And yeah, that's your boy.
Yeah, well, for me, I'm Sergio. Been here for over 20 years. There's not much about me, man. I'll just go with the flow.
All right.
Let's just keep going, man.
He's just Sergio.
I feel like I'm in school right now. Just you gotta get out, give your name.
The first day,
Yeah.
introduce yourself. Yeah.
Okay, well, I guess it's my turn. My name is Jacinta. I am 24 years old. I am East African, Burundian. All my Burundians, please tune in. And yeah, I'm excited to be here. Thanks for Simon for inviting me. I just cannot wait to talk and get to grow with all of you guys.
Appreciate that.
All right, now it's my turn. I am Justin, JB, whatever you wanna use. I guess I go with my age. I am 24 as well. I guess East African, but more Congolese than anything else. Yeah, I'm not even sure what else to.
We're gonna start having like the pop the balloon with you. Right? You'll be the host for the pop the balloon.
I gotta go to that. Well,
What? You want to be on the show?
no. I mean,
Yeah,
like
he could though.
I could be in it. I could be
How
in
about
it.
if I'm gonna try to? Damn, we wouldn't do that. That's
No, but the
crazy.
thing is, like, I feel like those type of shows, like that program is kind of for people on the older side of things. You know,
for real?
a bit more experienced.
I think so,
So
too.
you're not experienced?
No, like it's more like 30-year-old, like.
Oh, I see what you mean. People
I feel
our age
like
will
yeah,
be
like
Or a
actual
little bit
adults. I mean, I'm an
older,
adult, but
yeah.
like older
Understood,
people.
understood.
So
That
maybe
makes
that's why.
sense.
Yeah,
I
I'm
mean,
a
they
little
still
like
consider us not teen. They say teenage like from 16 to 34. What does it call it?
teenage. No.
What's the word? Oh, the youth. My fault.
The youth. Yeah. That.
From like 16 to 34, 35.
Yeah.
That's still crazy to me, but all right. So yeah. Oh yeah, you're back on me already. Shoot. I'm still gonna get used to this whole thing, bro. But obviously, I mean, yeah. So talking about myself, today's topic is gonna be obviously about development,
Development. What
where
do
we
you mean?
started from, where we come from to where we want to go.
Oh, like personal journeys and stuff.
There you go.
Ah,
yes, sir.
okay. Gotcha.
Goals you guys have in mind, and then we're going. The first topic is gonna be about marriage.
Oof.
After that, what is your view on marriage? Do you plan on getting married? If so, how many partners you want? Not partners, my fault. How many wives for my guys and husband for my girls?
Oh my God.
No, not
Okay.
husband for the girls. Girls just sort of. How many wives for the dudes? You know what I mean? You guys want to get into? So, I'm gonna let Sergio. I'm gonna let ladies first. No, let Sergio go first.
Yeah.
So, where do you come from and where do you hope to be?
Well, like I said, I'm East African. I was born in Burundi. I moved here to America when I was around 8 years old. My family moved here like around 2010. So I've always lived in Phoenix. I do like to travel, so I've definitely been to, some different places within the U.S. Not all of the U.S., but hopefully soon I could get to do that. I was in school, Arizona State, go Sun Devils. I
Folks
haven't
up.
gotten to I haven't gotten to finish yet, but I want to be a gynecologist. I also want to open up a hospital or like a women's clinic back home in Burundi. Once I get my education formally settled. So yeah, that's basically my journey. I'm really excited. I love just seeing my people and just people in general succeed and get to where they want to be. This life is not easy for many of us. For anybody, I think life is a big task, but the way that we live it is so important. That we choose to live it is really important. And so I'm also the eldest of six or five, excuse me. So that's a big thing that I wear that I hold myself accountable for. But yeah, that's my journey. That's where I'm at right now.
Yeah, well, apart from me, from saying in the beginning that I came here, what, like
20
20 years?
Been here
Yeah,
20
20 years and all
years.
that.
Well, you came 20 years ago, or like you've been here for
Yeah,
20
yeah.
He's been
years?
here
20
for.
years, yeah. So I was 5 years
Wait,
old.
which one?
Oh wow.
I was 5 years old.
Oh, you
So
were
I've been
5 years.
here 20
Oh,
years.
wow. Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, so I've been here basically my whole life. I mean, apart from like the heat and
Wait,
all
where'd
that.
you come from?
Oh, yeah, my bad. Shit, I came from Honduras. It's in
Honduras.
Central America and all that. It's a very small country and all that.
Was it
But
Central America or South
Central America, yes, it's like
Central.
it's like next to Guatemala, El Salvador,
snap.
and like Mexico's like right on top of us. So yeah, it's like around the ocean and all
the
that, bro.
whole time I
Beautiful
know dude
beaches.
for more than 6 years. I thought it was South America. I ain't gonna
What?
lie to you.
Oh, like Brazilian and shit.
Come on.
Yeah, that's right, Brazilians, man.
Dang.
Simon, don't make us look bad.
Shout out to
Yeah.
the Brazilians, bro.
You
I'm not
shouldn't have
Brazilian,
said
but
that.
shout out to
Oh,
them.
man, you guys will
Listen,
get to
his
know
lack
me,
of
Nah,
geography should not be a
It's
reflection
not
on all
all
of
of
us.
us.
It's just him. That's a him problem.
So y'all knew what Honduras
Yes.
was on?
Yeah, it's Central America.
Oh shoot.
Where's Chile at?
Chile
Chile,
is South America.
Come on.
He's good with his geography.
Yeah, I do. It's just that one time, come
It's,
on.
yeah,
now.
yeah, yeah. One slip up, that's it. That's
You
it.
guys will get to know me soon. I got the dome down. So
Yeah.
smooth.
Pretty low IQ, but he's good. No. He's a very smart guy. He's fucking good. But this question about like the marriage and all that.
No, where you come from and where you plan to go. Like, I'm saying, what goals you have for the future. Like,
Well,
what
my
kind
goal-
of man do you see yourself being on some more
Well,
philosophical?
to some extent, I see myself as somebody who's wealthy, who has everything, like everything balanced. When it comes to finances, family, or career, whatever it is that I do. It's all like balanced.
I like that.
And
Apart
to you,
apart from some BS hitting every now and then, but it's not to the point where I'm like gonna go crazy because of
Yeah.
because of that one problem. And
I like that.
yeah, with the family, beautiful wife.
Come on now.
For me, I believe in monogamous relationships.
Hold on, why you gotta say that?
Huh?
You ain't
I
gotta-
believe.
You have to just preface that,
Yeah, I mean-
just like
Yeah,
with,
he
Yeah.
did.
Let them figure it out.
yeah.
Alright,
That's about it for me.
brother man, J.
Man, where do I even start? I mean, all right, I feel like there's a lot of similarities with what's been said so far. Of course, also came here to the U.S. when I was 8 years old, so in 2009. So I've been here since then. And then obviously I went to school, did that, studied economics and comp sci. But in terms of like where I see myself going, I mean, it's a
Hold
little.
on, brother, go back, man. You did not do that, man. My brother, man, is, college. They want my Nimi, Asian. Hey, y'all, man, get behind his ass in the comment, man.
Oh, you don't live in the camera the whole time. Man.
Listen, then switch to the other. Come on now. But
Cut you out.
you didn't do that, man. You put in 4 years, brother. That's not no just do that, nah.
Yeah,
You know?
I mean, true,
My
but
man's
like,
a graduate, folk. You know what I mean? So yeah,
That's
he
awesome.
really did that for real, and that's what you mean by that. So yeah, put in 4 years at a whole different state, way away from the family, grinded down, and
Yes,
came
sir.
back with the bread.
well, I don't know about the bread. The bread is
That's
It's
awesome.
still, it's
Yes,
coming.
sir.
Where did
The
you-
money is coming.
Where did you go to?
Yeah.
Where did you go to school?
I went to WashU in St. Louis, in
Oh,
Missouri. Yeah,
wow.
St. Louis, Missouri.
Sure.
Yeah, but in terms of like personal development and like where I see myself, I mean it's hard to say where, just because like I sometimes look back at where I was like 5 years ago and maybe 4 years ago. I'm like, and yeah, I look back like 5 or 4 years ago and I think about where I thought I would be. It's such a different place
Yep.
to a point where it's like I couldn't even imagine where like
Back then,
yeah
the
back
past.
the past me wouldn't even imagine where like things would have looked like now. So it's always hard to. I always throw that caveat whenever I'm talking about like where I see myself. But in terms of like actually like planning and thinking about like in terms of like, an idea where I would be, where I want to be,
Yep.
I think I definitely I want to be doing something like on the continent.
Okay.
I think and then I think in order to be able to do something on the continent, I feel like I probably would want to go back to school a little bit.
Okay.
Maybe like a master's here and there, PhD, not sure, but master's for sure. And then just do something in like development and economics and maybe
Sounds
work in
cool.
infrastructure somewhere on the continent.
You want to offer value to the continent, basically.
Yeah, because I feel like so much of my life is a reflection of my environment where I
Yeah.
was, and just being able to get to the U.S. is more like there's so much luck involved. It feels like there's so much luck involved. It feels like there's a point where I can have to like go back and also like give that luck back to a certain extent. Of course, you can't like change the world and stuff, but like you could always
Hell yeah, you can.
To do something.
do something, yeah.
Damn.
Which
I've
mirrors
never-
what a lot
yeah.
of what's been said so far.
I've never thought about it like that. Damn, yeah, that's tough. I've always just, taking it one day at a time for real. Obviously, I mean, like, so where I came from, right? Yeah, I came from Togo, the capital, Lomé, raised by, my Dukes, my mom's family. I always knew I was going to be in the U.S. because my dad, he was here before. So, yeah, I don't know. My whole life been playing for me, so I never really had to, plan anything myself. The path
What do
was
you mean
already
to
laid
like?
out.
What do you mean? Like in terms of plan, like going to school, like
Yeah,
your friends,
obviously,
community.
go to school, make sure you get good grades. After this, go here, and then one day be this person.
Okay.
But
And how do you feel about that plan? Was it like are you okay with it? Were you like
back home, I didn't care. I was the dumbest bricks. I was always
Were you
second
the
to
class clown?
last. I was no, not class clown, second to last. It was
Second
me. It
to
was
last,
me and
okay.
my cousin.
Oh,
Either
okay,
he was
okay.
last, I'm second. I'm last, and he's second.
You guys always trading places.
There you
Okay,
go.
this week you got it. Okay,
Bro,
next week is me.
yeah, because like I just as a kid, I didn't care. I don't know if I did. I never studied. Even if I tried to study, nothing. I couldn't retain anything at all.
Damn,
But
was that
after,
bad? Was that bad?
it is bad. Yeah.
It wasn't that bad.
Dude, bro, and back home, like, it was a private school, but private school is very, it's not like, like private school here. No. It's like, if you want your kids to get a decent enough education,
You send them
he'll
to
have to
private
go to private school.
Yeah.
The public school
Okay.
is not, it's not all that, bro.
Okay.
So, after I came to the U.S., that's when, I took school.
Wait. So you're saying like Sorry, I'm gonna do
No,
this
you're
like with
good,
everyone
yeah.
just to like
You're good.
just get a better idea what you're saying. So you're saying like the private school in Togo, the quality of education wasn't as good.
Oh, the mic is all the way down.
Yeah. Okay. So let me give you a standard, right?
Yeah.
The standard. So the U.S. The U.S. prioritizes education a lot, and it's shown, in the different level of schooling and the curriculum they offered. So, because people that went to public school back on the continent and private school is a big difference. But I don't want it to be like, I don't want the viewers to assume that because I went to private school, it's like the private school of the US is not. It's just the fact that if you want your kid to get the standard education, you're gonna have to put your kid to private school back on the continent. So private school is not like, oh, this high life,
Okay.
But
But you're saying the quality of private school is better.
There you go.
It's sort of like the standard of
There-
where you
there you go.
compared to the U.S. Like
Yeah,
okay,
because
gotcha.
obviously, I wasn't the brightest. My dad was just gonna waste a lot of money sending me to the high-end private schools because I had to move around a bit too. I mean, I never moved my address, my area of living, but I had to move schools because of how they tried to help me out. But I don't know. I lived a carefree life as a kid, So it was me and my cousin, my aunt's kid. Me and him will always do everything together. He was more of he was more of the muscle. I never had to fight for myself either. You know, I would have Judge to fight my battles for me. So I was just cooling through life. My pop was in the U.S. I had everything I wanted. I can't say I suffered at all for sure. You know, I never struggled.
Here's a question. Would you say like you, based on what she said, I feel like I can kind of figure out like sort of what our upbringing was like. Would you say like you lived a middle class sort of life back home, back in Togo?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like I spent the summer at a different house.
Well, you had like a summer house.
Yeah.
Wait, was it a summer house or was it like, oh, my other family lives there?
No, my family owned it.
Oh,
like
okay.
On my mom's side. So basically, I have people in different countries. My uncle is in Spain. I have an uncle in Spain, an aunt in Spain. My dad was in the U.S.
Oh, wow.
And then who else? We got people in France. So I have, we had people that were branching out. So therefore,
to me, that's a different world from from my upbringing. Yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, we had car. The car would pick us up.
Yeah, that's I didn't see a car until like I think I came.
Yeah. No. You see, no.
The reason why that's interesting.
That's not what I wanted to think. No.
Wait, the reason why that's interesting is because like a lot of times when you hear the immigrant story in the U.S., it's kind of like from poverty to like.
Yeah, that's my story.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
That's my story, bro.
Yeah, which is I feel like which is my story as well. But like that's so different. It's like. Yeah, it's good. It's good. It's good. There's a different.
Remember his story? He comes from inheritance or something like that.
Yeah, man.
Oh, you remember
this man,
the technical producer
was in the knee, bro. Nigga got money.
He has some Chinese dynasty blood in him.
It could happen if there was no war.
Okay.
The war, everything got
family
displaced.
got
displaced, and I ended up in the village, man.
You started up here and then you went.
But the history's still there, man.
No, but the bloodline's still there.
Okay.
The world saw you coming, and the world was like, "Fuck it."
Chinese relatives, I'll be loaded, but
Okay, got you.
Yeah, he's back at zero.
What I mean by rich, right? Rich is so when you look at the current state of certain countries like Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, and them, right?
Yeah.
It was not those riches. We were not that rich. If that making this.
I think that makes sense.
So I was 11 when I came here, so I don't really remember much, but we were just. I didn't have no complaint.
I think that's what I was gonna say. I think you're just saying that you had a comfortable life back
home. There you go.
Yeah.
And then when I came to the US, that's when
you started noticing the differences.
Not the difference. I took life more serious. I took school more serious. Everything was not. I was not just nonchalant anymore.
Okay.
You
when did you make that change? Like, was there a day like you're it's not. This is like for real.
The moment I'm talking about on the plane, right?
On the plane.
Let me not say that. Shoot. On the
This man's man.
No. What you gonna say, bro?
No, I was like, whatever it is that you don't want to say, but you're saying it accidentally. It's almost like you're putting yourself on trial.
No, because for example, right? He said I came from money. I'm saying no. So I flew out here in first class, but you people are gonna say I came from money. You see what I'm saying?
You saying that?
So this is why I didn't want to say that. But
I didn't say
not
anything.
you, bro.
I'm just drinking mode.
Man, you set me up already, man. God dang, bro. So on the plane, right? On the plane, I was trying to read. I was like, I remember I was trying to tell my dad like, oh, that said welcome. You know what I'm saying? So I was already, but before there was never an interest for me to learn or you know what I'm saying, try to attain any knowledge at all. But that was the first sign to where my brain snapped in place. The fact that I wanted to learn the language before I was actually enrolled in school, before I actually touched ground on the.
So that was the moment. It was like things started flipping a little bit. Okay.
And then the first time my dad told me, "Hey, y'all here now? It's a learn opportunity. Go to school, be the best in school. School pays if you play your cards right."
Yeah.
A lot of students take that for granted, but you guys are here on a purpose.
Yeah.
Became fluent in English, reading, writing, less than a year. From that, like I said, it was just like boom. I don't know if I wanted to make my people proud. I don't know what it was, but for some reason, it clicked.
See, so does that make sense? Like if you picked everything quick, like in less than a year, that means to me that's like very fast learning,
Yeah,
like you're learning that shit quick.
Yeah. So from the point I came to this and now, I've acquired whatever I put my mind to. Honestly, and this is what my. So can I say this? But obviously, like he said, I had my plan. My plan for me and my sister was come to US, go to school, get a job, make the money, go back home, retire home, and live a good life back home.
Yeah.
That still is a plan. When it comes down to the long term goal, that is a long term goal. Become a success in a new country, take that success, transpire that success back to your country, and then live peacefully within that country. And obviously raise the kid and and everything else. So that still is the plan. It's just the fact that there's been side missions, while that plan was in motion. To where obviously I'm not a college grad. I went to SU for a year. Lost focus, and then decided to follow my passion of labor.
What happened?
And what happened?
With the focus.
What you ask like that? What happened?
So
What happened with the focus?
I went to school. So actually give me food, right? I was getting paid to go to school.
Wow.
Live on campus, Hacienda.
Because you're a great. Oh yeah, I guess we should mention this.
Went
Oh
the
yeah,
same,
we met.
Yeah.
We met on a HBCU
Tour.
Yeah, on HBCU tour.
It was a junior program that they have for the juniors to go.
Yeah, I think I was. Were you a junior or what? Well,
No, I was not a senior. Yeah,
you were a senior and I was a junior.
Yeah, it was my engineering teacher. He's like, "Oh, Simon, I think you should apply for it." He's the one. It was a white, bald-headed man. He's the one that got me in there.
Oh, that
Shiny.
You know, remember him, right?
White.
Yeah. So, which is crazy because like.
Wait, remind me what high school you went to again?
Camelback High School.
Camelback High School, okay, got it.
28th or 24th Street in
Somewhere,
Camelback. I went there.
Bro, I went to the college to play Minecraft, man.
Oh, it is, dude. So,
That's how boring it was.
it's like, I've always, so before I went to ASU, right? My dad asked me, what you want to do? And I said, okay, I want to double major, business and engineering. He said, that field that you saturated, I want you to think, yeah. He told me to think. This was in 2019. He wanted me to pick another major, and that fucked me up.
Really?
From that point on, that I was like, oh shoot,
Dang.
I'm going to college. What I wanted to do was not it. I don't know what I'm gonna do anymore. And obviously I knew what SU was about. I had some kind of street smarts to myself to where I knew that me having to mingle or network with the student on that campus, it would have to be at my own detriment almost, because I had to participate in their kind of lifestyle to gain their trust, for them to include me within the network, to give me the knowledge of how to move around, to where whatever their parents work, whatever it is. And I'm not the kind of guy that party or drinks or smoke or any of that. I can be social with people, but as I choose to be an introvert because I am an introvert. It's just the fact that I do attain a social skill set, and I can use them if the environment is right. So I didn't want to socialize with the kids of the ASU at that time, and I didn't have enough time to really observe my surroundings to know who's who, to where I can align with the right person either. So when I went there and everything was going on, trying to figure out what you major in, doing it and everything else, it was bad, and also the girls too. I was a virgin at the time, by the grace of God. I had to leave campus every single night, dog. Like, it was that bad.
Really?
Yeah, because my roommate, he was a dog.
Oh, like he stop on the door.
He'd be having people come in.
Yeah,
the
and
thing,
even that.
okay.
So that's the thing, right? Man, you not gonna bully me, bro. Like, I have
Wait, before you get into that story, would you say like maybe this ASU could have done better in terms of like providing your resources to connect with other students who maybe
No,
You
there's
think
nothing
they
ASU would have done. It was just,
Really?
it was just I had my own dilemma that I was going with when it comes to that topic of who to socialize with and how to figure out. It was an personal dilemma that I had to find out with myself before I went to ASU, but I didn't.
Okay.
So like I went right from high school into college, like straight up. Just there was no
break, no
I
nothing.
didn't go to community college, try to take my my prerequisite. I just went straight.
Same.
So when that happened, so what I mean by this, right? No, he was a sweet kid. White dude came from money. Nah, he
really?
came from money. You know what I mean?
You meet a lot of those at ASU.
His dad is a
your roommate.
Yeah.
I think you meant back like your
no.
old high school ball
No.
teacher. Okay.
His dad is a big shot lawyer in LA.
Oof.
And then his mom was a freak. His mom was here with him. Forgot what the mom did, but he came. That kid was spoiled, But he's a smart kid too, because like he know how to use other rich kid to his benefit. I peep how he was moving and everything else too. So obviously, like I said, it wasn't like he would just kick me out. Man, it was nothing, man. I was never bullied a day in my life, bro. We had a mutual respect, right? He knew what I was about, and I knew what it was about. It's just the fact that for my own sake, and for me not to force, my standards upon him, I just took myself out of the equation. So like I said, I would just leave the dorm every single night. It got bad because I was being tempted to lose my virginity if I would have stayed longer, if I would actually spend the night at ASU. based on the environment I keep finding myself in over and over and over again. So I bought me a bike. Bike took the because I had a car at the time, but I didn't want to take because extra parking.
Oh,
So I had a
don't get started
bike
about AC parking.
home every single night. This one time it was so bad. It was Halloween. You know, he had, you know, the kid was smart. Like he made his own alcohol on campus. Like, nah, don't. He made his own alcohol.
Wait, he fermented his own alcohol in the. That's crazy.
And you know, my dorm floor was coming in. You know what I'm saying? Getting on that, and then he brought this thick black girl from me. You know, so I had a hammock. Right, I gave him my bed. So he had this king nice ass.
Wait, you gave him your bed?
Yeah, and then I bought a hammock for myself.
Oh, okay.
So I wanted to be in the hammock swinging at night. You know what I mean? That's how I slept.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
So the hammock has a pretty low profile. So when as soon as the girl walked in, there was a wall right on my head. So when she walked in, I turned around, I saw that booty showing, that cheek hanging out. I'm like, okay.
What the frick,
No,
Simon?
for real. Like, and I knew what it was, you know?
And you just knew
I
how to
said
get out.
my high, you know. The black hammer told me hi. I said, boss man, get back down, you know what I mean? So I packed my stuff that night and I hopped on my bike and I came back home. And from that night, I never really spent, I was leaving before I would leave every single day.
Oh, really?
I mean,
before
every
that
other
night?
day I would leave. But after that day,
Every
every
single
single day after my class, I'll go back home and come back.
Mm.
You know, so I survived that, which is ironic because ASU still claimed me victim at the end of the whole story somehow. You know, but yeah, I mean, and then after that, I chose to take a break from school to figure out what I wanted because I don't want to burn through my scholarship.
Yeah, of course.
Either. And then start doing labor work. I'm talking about it from the bottom, man. Like, I'm the kind of person to where, like, I want to master my field, whatever field I'm in. One thing about the people I aspire to be is that they always let you master your niche. Just pick a niche and just, you know what I'm saying, tunnel vision on that and focus it.
Yeah.
And master it. That's what's gonna make you your most money, even anything. You know. So I try to start from the bottom. I try to understand the human psyche about money, how to get money, and you know what I'm saying. I know like the different types of money. People get money that they're not proud of, but that's how they live nonetheless. So they go to work miserable, sad, and then you got other people, you know, that they risk everything for the money, and this is the streets I'm talking about. And in the end, they still don't get anything, and they lose the little freedom they have. So I was trying to really understand. I mean, philosophy always, you know, always intrigued me. So I was trying to start from the bottom. The bottom to me was a fast food chain. I got a job at Whataburger right next to the what's the ASU Honors College? What's it called again?
ASU Barrett.
Barrett.
Yeah. So there's there's a Whataburger right across from Barrett on the street.
Yep.
For those who know, you know the Whataburger. Yeah, there you go. So I did my first job, $12 or something an hour. I was happy than the mug.
You really?
I was, because my dad wanted me to work, bro. Through high school, he didn't let me work.
Wait, he wanted you to work through high school?
No,
he didn't want you.
He didn't let me work. I wanted to work.
You wanted to work in high school?
Dude, I wanted some struggle, nigga. I never had no struggle in my life. It was weird.
Trust
you
me.
see how weird it is?
Yeah, that is pretty strange.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I wanted to, like, because I was scared.
Did you want to toughen yourself up?
No, I was scared of my own success. I was scared of my own light because.
What do you mean?
They're saying that struggle builds character, right? I didn't know my character was. So I knew that I had no bad intent for anybody else.
Yeah.
I didn't want to be like those rich people to where, you know, they get the money and then like this. Can I say this? There's no balance between the good and evil of man. If that make any sense? Which means that what? For example, like the Warren Buffetts of the world, right? Yeah. I believe that as a multi-billionaire, he has this good image. It's good enough. But once I study, you know, his business, you know, practices, I'm like, okay, his image and his business practices don't match. What does that mean? He's willing to do certain unethical stuff for his partner and his shareholders that don't match his image of being the good, kind grandfather that's rich, that's going to give 95% of his wealth to the world once he dies. You know, I didn't want to be phony. To me, he's a phony. Is that making any sense?
Okay.
But nothing against the man. Hey, I'm pretty sure I don't know him. I don't want to know him. I'm pretty sure, you know what I'm saying? He did whatever.
He could be watching this. He could.
Hey, nothing against. Like, from me studying him, that's what I got from, you know, from his image, public image, and his business, you know, the way he moved when it comes to the business world.
Yeah.
I didn't want to be that. So how can I do that? All I know is okay, struggle builds character. I never struggled in my life. Let me get some struggle. Let me work. You know what I'm saying with the poor folks. Hold on, that don't sound right.
I mean, no, you're not wrong.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like,
So let's
no,
go
it
with
didn't
the
slip
poor
out.
That
folks.
probably didn't slip.
Oh
Yeah,
No,
my
let me
the poor
get
folk.
some. Let me get some struggle.
Put the dog, bro.
You know, like I didn't last.
You'll fix it in post. You'll fix it.
I didn't even last like 4 months at Whataburger. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I was on grill. Yeah, I was happy to get the job, but I knew that's not my end story.
Yeah.
So I wanted to rush the process almost.
But you weren't
Okay,
even there
what's
for the
next?
money though.
No, it
That's
was
the
not for the
thing.
money. It was
Because most
just
people who do that are like, I'm just here to
yeah.
get
For
the
me, it
bread.
was the fact that they trusted me to give. My assignment was from that. An establishment trust me to give me an opportunity for me for you know what I'm saying for me to prove myself, and then they can compensate me for my effort. If that makes sense.
Okay.
That was what I was happy for. I never had a job, so to me, 12, I'm like, I
You're
called
like,
my cousin Melissa. I'm like, cuz they
we
give me
made
12,
it.
15. Now I'm like, damn, I can't believe this. Now this is a girl that been working her whole life, so her 12 and shit.
It's just like, wow,
Yeah.
you're getting ripped off.
So from there, left Whataburger, did some merchandising inventory here and there, some other stuff, and then I became an electrical apprentice. This all within the 2 years time span. So I never
You're moving
lasted.
fast.
Yeah, I never lasted. My rule was this: I'm never gonna last I'm never gonna last more than 7 months at a job
1 7. Okay.
because of the fact that these are low end jobs. I don't have time to waste. You know, I'm 25
Yeah.
right now. I feel like I wasted enough time as it is. I have a son. It's like, you know, I know who I am. I know what I can do, and I can't settle for, you know what I'm saying, my bare minimum anymore.
Yeah.
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 So from there, I met my mentors to where, I mean, life has been, every job I've left, I always make more money. I never went beneath the previous job.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
good.
And so like I said, I did that because I wanted to, I know I'm gonna be successful, what's my definition of success? I'm gonna make 50 million before I die, and I know that for a fact. I'm gonna leave behind 50 million for my kids, my grand, whoever. And I'm not the kind of person that would do anything for the money. I'm not willing to do everything for the money because I was taught that not all money is good money. I want to be proud of the way I make my money,
Yeah.
and also when I use my money, there's no guilt, there's no regret about I did this person wrong. I have enemies. No, that's not me. At the same time, I'm not weak as a man. I'm not gonna let anybody run over me or use me, you know what I'm saying, just for the sake of me saying, I have a, higher moral ground than the next. No, I'm not that. Best believe my dad told me sometimes you gotta fight the devil head on, You gotta, an eye for an eye. So I had a pretty balanced, I come from a pretty balanced household. They told me the world's not a sweet place, but at the same time, just try to maintain your own sanity. You know what I'm saying? That you have. Don't let the world change you, because I believe my dad got changed by the world once he came to the U.S. He had a business back home. Entrusted the business with his partner. His partner, snaked him, wanted to kill him, so he didn't take the business over. We African, the whole juju stuff, all that crazy shit. You know what I mean? And then. Yeah, he came here, made a lot of. He started in New York, cold in the month, man.
He started in New York,
man.
all right.
Made a lot of money, but didn't make the best decision with his money. He fell a victim with the lifestyle, with the fast lifestyle in the U.S. What I mean by that is the clubs. As far as I know, he ain't doing no drug. He ain't told me he did any drugs.
Bottle service? Nah, I don't know.
I ain't seen no pictures of him at the time doing that.
No idea.
But he was known as within my community. He was that guy that had, like he had the whips. People wanted to get the cars that he got. You know what I'm saying?
Foreigns.
Not foreign. These first car was a Dodge. Yeah, like some kind of. This was like long, bro. I'm talking about like long time ago.
What year? What year is this? Like 9? Like
I was born in 2000. So 2000.
You're saying wait. This is after you guys have all come. Like,
No. He was.
He was here by himself.
By himself, yeah.
He said he used his dad had been in America before.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
so was he going back and forth?
yes, he would come.
Got you.
He would come visit, but the money he made, instead of establishing some kind of, because again, wealth is built upon a structure, right? Business, asset, corporations. That's how you build wealth within your family. He never did that. He tried it. He had a bar back home in the restaurant. Entrusted that with his family. Family snaked you. Didn't succeed. Bought land. His older sister stole the biggest plots from him. a lot of the same BS that any African go through, man. When it comes to money, boy, you know, it's just the way it is. So yeah. So to a certain extent, I try to create my own struggle, so I can try to figure myself within that struggle. And now, life has taught me that I hate people, right? No, I hate people. No, but only I
hate
know.
period. I hate people like period or
No, I hate people for real. But it's crazy because only I know the extent of that hate. Because
okay,
people
I see what
around
you're
me,
saying.
they see me, they say, "You're the nicest motherfucker I know." I know. I'll rock with that.
Yeah, you got it.
We
We gotta get to other
It's
jokers.
okay. He's the host. He's gonna run the
You know what I'm saying?
show.
So yeah, that's me.
for like 30 minutes, man.
So which means that now I'm focused on, you know what I'm saying, being somebody for my son, not losing my heart in the sense that what the Bible talk about having a heart of flesh and a heart of stone. I'm still trying to maintain my sanity to a certain extent, and yeah, by the grace of God, I hope that within the next 5 years, for sure, I will have that structure that I talk about to where I can start laying the foundation for my own wealth.
You will.
You know, to where
In
my
Jesus'
kids,
name.
my parent, no back to struggle. So I've attained the skill set within the sign industry. I was supposed to have a partner, within the sign industry, work together, build the company up. He claimed it's miscommunication. I claim bullshit. It was a whole lot of gossip created by the head of the company itself that basically derailed everything, knocked me off my pivot, knocked everybody off the pivot to where now the company is, shambles. He's trying to put it back together, and I'm giving him one last chance, but we're gonna renegotiate the contract to where now I'm not all that niceness out the door. Is a straight business now. If it work, it work. If not, hey, God bless you. I got my own path to embark on. So, yeah, I have a son, 9 months, and yeah, that's me. So I'm any opinion I give now is gonna be from the perspective of a good Christian guy and a worldly person. So yeah.
All right, Sergio, tell
Damn,
us
for
about
me,
you.
I'm gonna just keep it real simple, man. I'm gonna keep this shit quick. So,
You can take as much time as you need.
so for me is again like I was born in Honduras, 1999, and all that.
Do you remember
No,
life in
like-
Honduras?
Huh?
I'm just gonna ask questions and then
no, you
I'll
good.
keep
There you
going.
go.
Keep
So
that
for
going.
me, I do remember like
At
just
all? Not at all.
no. I remember like small little like images and fragments here and there,
Yeah.
but not like a whole day,
timeline.
Yeah.
So no, just fragments
Same
of like
for me. Same for me. Actually.
just like family, cousins. Never remember my mom when I was a kid because I think she
crazy.
came. I think she left me when I was like around 2, 3 years old, I think. And then from that time till 5 years old is when I was like alone with my own family, like my grandma, my uncles, cousins, and all that. And
So
then
you grew up
Did she
around
stay
your...
in Honduras or did she come to the U.S.?
yeah, so she obviously she was born over there, right?
Yeah.
And then up to the point when I was born, all the way to like 2, 3 years old, then she came to the U.S.
Okay.
And then she waited like about a year or so, and then I came here to the U.S. And then the way I traveled and all that, she told my uncle, or basically her sibling, her brother,
Yeah.
to bring me, at that age of 5 years old. And I remember coming through this big ass boat.
Oh wow! You
know-
didn't even fly here.
No, I didn't fly, bro.
Oh, that is crazy.
I came
You
walking
gotta
through the
tell me-
trenches, bro. I came hard here.
You gotta tell me more about that. That's crazy.
I don't
Okay.
remember much about it, but I do remember like when I was a kid, like I think we were coming during some like during like winter time because it was really cold. dude.
cold, yeah.
And I remember when I was like I was crying because I told my uncle like I can't run anymore. It's too tiring. It's too far.
Wow.
Huh?
Like
Running, like just running nonstop, bro. And then he was like, just get on my back, then and I remember like getting on his back, and he was just running.
Oh my God.
Who knows how long?
Story, Sergio. That's
And I remember
crazy.
going through like so many like how do you say it? I don't know if it's like houses, but it's almost like going through like
Towns and
property.
stuff?
Yeah, towns like property per property. Just trying to situate or navigate all the way back here. Where my mom was.
Wow.
And then I do remember this one quick image where, you know how in movies, right? Almost like CIA, FBI type shit, like where they have like hidden lands and all that. Like the land looks like a land, right?
Yeah.
But then they press one button and then like the land moves or
Something
something.
else.
Oh, you
Yeah.
remember?
Either I'm tripping because I saw like some ice, right? Like a huge like
ice?
road of ice, yeah.
Yeah.
But then I saw like the ice like I think it was melting. I don't think it was like moving like
It like parted away.
Yeah, it was parting away, but I think it was like melting. You know, I don't think it was like someone pressed the button. And
Okay.
fucking,
But like in your
It could've
like
been
in your young
what?
mind, when
in
you're
my mind, I was like, that shit was cool, dude. And I just looked
okay.
over the bowl. I was like, what the hell? But I think it was like the ice melting and all that.
Oh, as the boat was moving on.
Yeah, like the ice was like parting ways or something. So it was probably that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
it
was
was
tripping.
That's a crazy
Yeah.
story, man.
crazy.
You gotta write a book.
At that point.
I'm not
And
gonna
then
lie.
the moment I set foot here, all I remember was like going. I don't know which freeway
What
it
state
was.
did you like land in, if you remember?
It had to be this one. I think because
Arizona,
I don't know
okay.
if we went through
Was it
Mexico.
Texas?
I don't know if we went
Gulf
through
of-
Mexico. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if we went through there. I have no idea.
You have no
Okay.
idea.
All I know is the last thing is when the first time I ever saw a freeway and I saw like lights,
Yeah.
very well structured, very beautiful. I was like, what? It looks very different from where I would like usually see trees and like dirt roads, you know.
Yeah.
But the moment I saw that, I didn't see it as like a very. I didn't think to myself like, oh, I'm in a different country. I just always like this is a different place, you know. Like the structure
Yeah.
looks more organized, you know, more beautiful.
And I had the same experience
it.
when I came to the U.S. Like,
Uh-huh.
because where I'm from, we're like from like the actual like villages,
Mm-hmm.
in Mozambique, East Africa, East Coast.
Mm-hmm.
So so where I grew up, it was like in sort of like in the villages, like very rural, like
Mm-hmm.
everyone like farms and like grows their own food and stuff like that. And then like a few times, like my family, we had an uncle in the city.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes we would drive in the city, and like I would like notice like lights and
Yeah.
cars and like breathing like
different,
the CO2 from cars. Like
Yeah.
every time I like even to this day, every time I walk outside, like when I breathe like the CO2, I'm like I get flashbacks of like
There you go. Yeah,
back
that's the
home
one.
because like
Yeah.
that was so new. Like seeing cars and like stuff, things like
Yeah.
that, like the things that were like take for granted or not even for granted, but like just like common or
So was your
normal.
dad?
Yeah.
Is he a farmer? Like, is your family?
Yeah, my whole family's like like our lineage, like we all like grow our own food and like fish and stuff like that. Yeah.
And for example, like the farming part, right? When your parents or family members would go for like to go and kill fish for food, right?
In the early mornings.
Were those fish like? Are they always like? Do they think behind their mind? All right, I'm gonna go to the river. There's always gonna be fish there every single day. There's not gonna be one day where I'm not gonna find one fish. Or there was always gonna be fish.
Yeah, it's kind of.
what I
I think probably kind of both, but I don't remember them fishing as much. But I remember them farming as a lot. I remember like my dad waking me up with him to go to like the farm 5 a.m. I'm like, oh my
gotta put
gosh,
work. I know
man.
it, yeah.
Man, things like that. Yeah. So like I definitely there's a lot of parallels in your story. So,
Did
so I
you
think
call him
that's pretty
sick?
cool. Huh?
Did you call him sick?
There's no calling it saying.
Yeah,
man.
man,
call
I
it
didn't call it sick, but
Unless
he's
you
just
really
like
say you can't get up.
sometimes you just like keep sleeping. You pretend
Yeah.
like you don't hear anything.
Then the
Stuff
yank
like
of the
that.
year. Like, come here, boy.
Yeah, I know you're awake, man. Come on.
Maybe can I ask you about like
Yeah.
because like I remember the first time first time I came well not even to the US like so like the way I guess I now have to go into like the immigration story.
no, you go.
But like the way the our immigration process worked is that like you what is it called? What is the abbreviation for the international
IRC.
not IRC but IOM.
Oh.
But like they connect families to like with the United States for like immigration purposes. So like they connected us with the United States. The United States like conducted interviews and then like biometrics, all those things, and then they issue those visas, and then that's how you get to go to the U.S. But like in the process, of you going from whatever country you're coming from to the U.S., there's like this transitioning period where they put you in hotels before like your housing situation is
Okay.
figured out. Yeah, I remember like seeing like a toilet for the first time ever, like an actual like toilet, like with that,
You're like,
like
what
a
is
white
that?
toilet, like
Yeah.
that flushes. I remember like being with my mom. I don't know if it was my sister or my mom, like help them like helping me figure out like you hold
they were
this,
showing you, yeah.
yeah, like so like even like the bathroom and stuff like that. It's weird like thinking back. I'm like,
Yeah.
I remember I have to like wake up in the middle of the night, like walk to the to the
Yeah.
outhouse, not even the bathroom, like the outhouse. So yeah, so stuff like that is it's so weird. It's so
Yeah.
weird.
For example, for me, like because for me, I don't think I've ever, I don't know, because maybe it's almost like since I was a kid, I was very like I was like in my own world or my own head that I didn't really like question the things around me as much, Because for example, like you, right? You say you saw the toilet and all, and you were like amazed by the structure
like
of it, this and that.
Yeah.
But for me, I don't remember. Like I just saw a toilet. I was like, oh, I guess it's
This is the
a
bathroom.
toilet.
Oh, okay,
You know?
that's interesting.
But, yeah, but like certain things might have caught my attention, like because I've never seen so much organization and structureness, here in the U.S. compared to over there. And again, I mean, obviously, I'm pretty sure if I grew up over there, and if I was there my whole life, and then I came here, I would be probably more amazed now.
Yeah,
because I'm
because you
aware.
came so at such
Yeah,
a
and I
young
would,
age. Yeah.
yeah. So yeah,
So now
Okay.
you're conscious. You were not conscious then.
Yeah.
You're just observing
Everything
everything
around
around
you.
you. Yeah,
and
you
if I
weren't
go
thinking about it.
and if I go back there, or if I go back to like a different country, like say like Spain or freaking London that I've never been there before, I'm gonna be amazed by how everything is structured, because I've never seen it before. So yeah,
That's dope.
that's about it.
Then what about?
That's
I'll come back to you. I have so many
crazy.
more questions. But what
Coming on
about
a
you?
boat. Yo, that's
Yeah,
And
that is.
running.
I'm
And
saying you
two
guys.
boats.
running.
Two boats.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and you
Yeah.
what were you running from though? What were you running? Why running?
Hey man, the faster you get there, bro, the better, bro.
Oh, for
Walking, they might catch your ass. I don't
shit.
even know that people have guns out there, but I don't know.
Yeah.
The
That is
faster you,
crazy.
the faster you get to your destination, the better.
Man.
Wow, that's really cool. I don't remember much of mine because I was so young when I came to America. I know for a fact that we came through the IRC immigration program at that time because they were doing really good with like helping people in the refugee camps come
Is
from.
the yellow with the like the
Yeah,
yep.
they were like helping people from Africa who were in the Tanzanian refugee camps.
Yep.
Relocate and move around, and so like I basically grew up in the camp. Yeah, that's where I grew up at. That's where not all of my siblings were born. Two of my siblings were born here. The rest of us were born there. So yeah, that's where we basically grew up at. I remember like. It's funny because I remember like small stuff here and there. Like I remember like being surrounded by trees because we were kind of like we were like surrounded by like forests and stuff kind of thing.
Damn,
But it was a thriving community though. Like it wasn't just like and they had like camps and stuff set up for us, places to stay. My mom would always tell me like, oh yeah, we know those people from the camp because they came to watch you guys while they went to work. Yeah.
Wait, can you tell them why like people ended up in the camps to begin with?
They ended up in the camps because they were like displaced from their home, like their home because of the war. Around that time, I think like there was the war between the Tutsi and the Houthi in the
Within
Burundi.
Burundi? Or?
In Burundi, and so like part of that was
Well, that one was specific in Rwanda, right?
Yeah. That was between those two separate groups. Like Burundi and Rwanda used to be like one country, and then after some issues with I think the separate factions and the ethnic groups, it just broke apart, different governments and everything. So I know my dad was a part of that, and he thankfully escaped all of that, and he came over to Tanzania. When they found him, he was actually almost about to pass away. So
injured?
Yeah, very very badly, like almost about to pass away. And so
was he, like, in the
hopefully he
war,
doesn't
or?
get on me for saying all this. But he was because there was a bad war going on then, and so like that's when he came to Tanzania. That's how he met my mom. Then they started having us. I was the firstborn, of course. So yeah, it was whenever I like most of the stories that I know, it's from my parents, because I was still so young. There's not much that I remember. I remember kind of getting on a plane, kind of like similar to your story, not really like knowing what's going on, but knowing that we're on the move. Like
I didn't even know I was in a
we're
plane.
going.
I just knew like there were like chairs.
We're going somewhere. We're getting moved somewhere.
I didn't even know what the plane looked like.
Yeah.
I don't think I'd ever seen a plane before.
So like I don't really, but I know my parents told me that like we all like a lot of us came together. They put us all in one big plane, and then they
like different families, right?
Yeah. That were all in the camp, and then we all got brought
here. The one plane was just for all the refugees.
Yes, for many of the refugees there, and we all got brought down.
And the crazy thing, some of the families were going to different states.
Yeah, like we weren't all going to the same place.
Not everyone's going to the same state.
I think even for my family, we ended up going. We stopped. I think my parents told me we first stopped in New York. I think.
Yep.
And then we stopped in like North Carolina. I guess some people got off there, but then we ended up with Lucky, Arizona.
Oh, so you choose what you get off the plane?
No,
you don't even choose.
Not really. You don't really choose. I think they just kind of take you wherever. Because I think at that time they were working with what was the other?
Was it UNICEF?
I think so.
It might have been UNICEF.
So like we ended up living in Phoenix near Roosevelt. I don't know if you guys know where that is. Like near the I-10. That's where we were at for like a good while.
You might have seen them. I don't know.
Maybe. And then that's where I kind of grew up. We went to the.
Yeah, but the I-10.
But the 44th Street.
Yeah.
Damn, what the fuck?
Yeah, that's where I used to live at one point too. Yeah.
For real, you too?
Yeah.
Do you know the name Jelani?
Jelani? No, I'll be honest with you. I don't know many people. I'm
If
kind
she
of
said
like
yes, then I would've been more
introverted. I was more into my family.
Yeah.
I didn't really like know or like talk to many people like that.
So what was your reaction when you like first landed in the States? Like, were you like, whoa?
I don't even remember. I don't even remember.
Really?
Honestly, I don't. Yeah.
It felt like another piece of land.
Just
like
that's
another
literally
place.
it. It's just somewhere different, and I
Yeah.
think I probably think if I could guess how I like my reaction, it was probably like just like as long as I'm here with my parents, that's all
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
matters.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
as long as I'm here with somebody that I know,
For me,
because so many people have so many different other stories. Like I feel
Mm-hmm.
like some people, can go to a different country, but they might have to leave behind like
Sure.
all they knew and everything like that. And so like, yeah, I'm really thankful that all my family members and I could be here together. And yeah, we live in Tolleson now, so it's a good area.
okay, yes, sir.
Yeah,
Man.
trust me, real
Because
progress.
I'd seen some Africans that been stuck in an apartment for
I
man,
know.
and nothing against them, but like
Yeah.
I
You
just
gotta get
don't understand.
somewhere.
Sometimes
Yeah.
people are not fortunate enough to like
To
move out from
get,
the
Yeah.
situation, bro.
yeah, that's
Trust me.
true.
Or
That's
even
true,
know
bro.
about like actually like
There you
following
go.
that.
Getting
Yeah.
a-
If the
uh-huh.
knowledge is always
even they
followed.
want to, because again, bro,
Trust me, bro. Look, no, you
anything
can hear
is
stories.
possible here, but with the good plan, you can be whoever you want to be, bro.
There
I
you
think
go.
it's the
The good
want and the
play.
knowledge.
Yeah.
They're good play, yeah. But
Yeah.
again, like
Yeah.
I try to meet that one person, that certain like that number of people who've been in the same struggle for who knows how long, right? Trust me, like the area that you are in, bro, that plays like a huge, if not more than like what you're capable of, because you could be the smartest dude in the neighborhood and all that, but if nobody notices how smart you are, or whatever, bro, you're just like
You're kind of just stuck.
You're just there, bro.
Yeah.
Because
So
everybody
at
else
that
is
point,
still on that same level
Yeah.
of like not really doing
at that point, you
anything.
could choose and like walk out of that area, and you have to like go venture on your own and make people notice you,
You see,
But maybe it's the fear of like not wanting to because you don't know what could,
I can't
like-
say I get that from experience, but from just knowledge, bro. That's
I think knowledge is a
the
huge
whole
part, yeah.
saying that, what I'm saying, the world is not fair, right?
Yeah.
Bad stuff happening to good people, to bad people. Is what I'm saying, it's not. It don't seem like there's any balance to karma
Yeah.
or justice at all. So because from the knowledge of that, I can say I understand, but from experience, no.
Yeah.
Because like I said, me when I was a kid coming here, and my dad giving us that speech, it's like really you can be whoever you want to be for real. And
Yeah.
I don't want to sound like Trump supporters, bro. That's not what I mean. I mean that as a human being.
You gotta keep
Once-
winning.
Like once you set your mind that okay,
Yeah.
I'm gonna be this
Or
at
I'm
all
gonna do
costs.
this.
I'm gonna sacrifice whatever. You gonna be that, bro. Because the
Yeah.
fact that what? Yes, there is racism, there is discrimination. Oh, again, the U.S. is not a raid of evil. No. It's just the fact that the evil here is hidden behind nice smiles and faces. You know what I'm saying? That's the fact. Which I believe is a lot more dangerous. But nonetheless, you're giving the illusion that you can succeed and be somebody. And that the power of that illusion is what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And
Like,
again,
for example-
and I'm not looking down upon those that are an apartment either. It's just the fact that now at my stage right now, talking to the kids of immigrants that, how can I say this? They don't expect much from themselves and they have low self-esteem. I wonder why. And the parents is the reason why. And like I said, the environment is the reason why. I can't understand how a parent can request so much from a kid, but they haven't given that kid any, in my opinion,
Tools to
they haven't
success.
tried hard enough, to offer that kid a way out or an example for the catch. But okay, my parents still hardworking me. They still, you know what I'm saying? Within my community, I haven't seen that. But the parents always say, "Oh, be a doctor, be this now." It's like, bro, you've never been around those people to know what it's like to be a doctor. You already know if your kid's gonna be content. Being like, there's so many factors they're not overlooking. But I get it, the first the money because they never had that much money, but they want a certain lifestyle. They want they want to live a certain lifestyle through the kids, and that's the reason why I said what I said. But everybody's story is different.
It is. I was just gonna say that.
Because I would
think,
never guess you came from them struggles, bro. That's crazy.
I'm telling you, I think, and I like what he said too, because I feel like two things can be true at the same time when it comes to like that struggle. Like, a lot of the times when you're coming here as an immigrant, the government does their best to help you, and they're not always gonna place you in a place that's let's say that's the best.
Yeah.
They'll put you somewhere where there's space, where there's availability, and then if they don't like continue to support you to kind of go up, or you don't meet people who kind of like I always say like I'm grateful to have met for my family to have met those kind of people who were able to support us and help us and connect us to different resources and people that could help my parents learn
you have
more
sponsors,
to
like
be
actual
able
sponsors
to
here
be
when
able
you
to
was
grow
coming?
more and stuff. I think we did actually when we came here, but then also like when within our church family
okay.
First Southern Baptist Church. we had a
She's
lot
a
of
Baptist.
we had a lot of people we had a lot of people in that church really support us and support our community. And
The
so
white
that
folks
was
or the African folks?
that they were supporting the African folks, yeah,
So
and
the
that
white folks or the African?
the white folks were supporting
The
the
African people.
African
Yeah,
people.
he wants that question answered.
No. No, yeah. 'cause
Yeah, so that's
okay.
what I'm saying. That it really depends, kind of like on the draw of the card sometimes. But I
Bro,
like,
I'd be a good sponsor, man. I swear, I'm not gonna swear to God,
yeah.
but I know I'd be a good sponsor.
But yeah,
Another
I'm
thing
really
about-
thankful. I'm really grateful for like where I'm at, like how I'm doing right now. I can't complain. I really don't. I try not to complain because, there's a lot of people that I'm not saying they want my life, but a lot of
They
people
will kill for it.
A lot of people. Some
100%,
people are looking for it. They want something better for themselves or their children. So yeah, that's really me, honestly. I would say I'm a hard worker. I do believe anybody could do anything they put their mind to. Of course, with God, anything is possible with God.
We're gonna come back
And
on
yeah, that's my story. That's me.
Okay.
Now I'm
that.
here.
Mr. Village Man.
Now I'm here.
Village
A
boy.
villager, man. That's life.
Damn.
We could like
I don't even know where to even. I feel like I've left
give it
left
enough,
bits and
yeah.
pieces in between when everyone else is talking. But
So as a kid, right?
yeah,
Obviously, you're the first male in your family, I'm assuming.
firstborn male. Yeah.
So what responsibility do you have as the firstborn male in an African family? Like, was there anything imposed on you? They're like, hey, you can't do this. You gotta be this. You gotta, like, how was that growing up for you?
I don't necessarily think maybe. I mean, back home, I don't think there were any like specific maybe responsibilities that were placed upon me. I mean, maybe. I
You
think
were 8 years old.
I mean,
yeah.
part of that's because the age. Because like, what 8 years old? The kid's gonna run around and play with his friends most of the day. But I think maybe some of that started coming on later on in life. Like once I was
So once
in the
you came in,
States, and then things like that. Like I remember education was a really big. I think it was emphasized in my household, but I think my uncle Freddie, I think he emphasized it a lot.
Okay.
And then he emphasized education a lot. And then I think when I also did good in school, like there were like rewards and things like that, incentives, and I think that really helped. It helped. It helped in the beginning, and then at a certain point, I was just like, I'm just gonna try to do good in school, just because it's what I've been doing since
You
like
picked it
whatever.
up. Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
it was like at that point, it was just like, I'll just do good because it's what I do, and then I don't. At that point, I didn't really need like more incentives.
There you go.
So that just continued until like high school. But I think even if part of me thinks like even if the incentives weren't there, I feel like I've always been like kind of curious as a kid, anyways. Like I just like exploring things and like doing things. You probably some of you guys can relate to this. I remember like when DVD was still like a big thing.
Yes.
I remember like my parents were like, when I said, "Hey, can you come help us with the TV? Like we don't know how to set it up." Connecting the red
That was you.
the red with the green
You
and the
connect the
blue.
TV.
And to connect it to the
Yeah.
You did that too?
Yeah, I remember feeling good about that. You know what I mean? Like it wasn't like anything crazy, like or anything, or
We love DVDs
difficult.
in our household.
Yeah, but
man. Growing up,
it was always nice, like being able to like help and just like, oh wait, I know how to do this because
Yeah.
it's just color matching at that point. You know what I mean? So it's not rocket science or anything, but or it wasn't rocket science or anything, but yeah, just doing stuff like that, and then sort of taking that same approach in school and just like enjoying just learning. But I think I think one thing that probably played a big role in like me just like liking school and liking learning was I think this is a lot of people from high school probably attest to this, or like that knew me in high school probably can attest to this, but at home I was never like in my household I was never like intellectually like challenged. I was never like I think part of that is because like so when you come to the US young, you have your like mother tongue and language that you speak with your parents, and then you also have like at the same time you're also learning English. So for me, like I was already like fluent in Swahili, fluent to a certain degree in Swahili. I could already speak it. I can communicate with my parents and my siblings and stuff. But like the things that I was learning in school, I didn't have the vocabulary to express those same things in Swahili. So like, what if I want to talk about like, oh yeah, how far away is the moon from the earth, and like how what distance is that? Like as a kid, you're thinking about like just looking up in the air and in space and stuff. Like I didn't have that vocabulary in Swahili, so it's not like I could go to my parents and be like, hey, like how far away is the earth from the moon, or what is the earth, and stuff like that in Swahili. So like that never really existed, but like in English it did. So like because I didn't have that in the household, I just kind of took it.
For school.
Yeah, applied it in school and like started asking my teachers like, hey, what is this? What is that? I remember like my sophomore and junior year, I would like debate with not debate, but like just like I'd go in early, go to my teachers' classes, and then just like start asking them questions, and then start like debating them like, oh yeah, science is a religion, like stuff like that. Just like part of it is like trolling a little bit, and then part of it is like I'm genuinely just like I'm bored and like my mind is just
curious.
Let's have it then, bro.
Yeah, huh?
I'll just have it then. Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
All those conversations, bro. I like it.
What?
All those conversations that you're talking about.
Yeah.
The teachers about religion and science and
yeah, just stuff like that because I couldn't do it at home. I didn't have the vocabulary in my native tongue, so like I had it in English, and now my vocabulary was expanding because I'm learning language, of course.
So you see that to me again, I was good in so like.
Before you answer that, did anyone else sort of experience that or?
Oh yeah, for sure. And I was even gonna say like it's so interesting that you mentioned that because I think it's so funny that like one thing that like is so similar with the immigrant story is that a lot of our parents always tell us like go to school. Like that's the number one thing. Even within my family, like that's the number one thing. Like go to school. Even my mom would always tell me like education is going to be your first husband. Like
oh for real.
Yeah, that's what she would tell me. Like education is your first husband because my dad was a teacher back in the camp, and then my mom was also going to school while she was in the camp. Yeah, so like for them that was something that they realized like once they touched down here, like that's the way out. That's the way for not even the way out. Like that's something that you need to instill in yourself in order to actually like do something well for yourself that's gonna make you live comfortably. And so shout out to both of my parents for still continuing to go to school. But yeah, when I was definitely younger and growing up, it was definitely like it was something that I had to do myself, and I had to learn by myself that like I don't know, like when you realize like, oh, you're smart, like you're actually like you're actually pretty intelligent, you're actually. I kind of like figured that out as I continued like going to school. Like, you're actually like really good at this, and you actually enjoy it. So I think it's really cool that you mentioned that. Yeah.
But I think as kids, like, wouldn't you agree that like we just like innately had like the curiosity thing?
Yeah, because true as well.
When parents say go to school because it will get you far in life, right? Yeah. I'm pretty sure it's almost like as kids, you apart from being innately born with that, like, well, if I break this, what will happen? Like, I wonder if I can put it back, blah, 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 blah. Yeah. It's almost like if your parents can't teach you that, you have to find somewhere that those concepts already exist. And therefore school has that for you. Sure, school might have like its little cons every now and then, but the majority, I don't know, I think the majority of it is like you get to learn that thing which you find compelling and intriguing to you. And it's almost like find your own route, like find your own invention and implement it in the world on whatever it is, like.
And school was also a different environment too. Like I don't know for you guys, but it's a different environment instead of being at home. It was like kind of like not a way out, but like what is the word I'm looking for? Like just a different environment than what you were used to at home.
Or different
world. Exactly. And so like you're in this new world by yourself. Your parents are not there to watch over you. You're not getting no guidance. You don't got nobody speaking the same language as you do, unless maybe you do have one or two people.
You never had like Burmese people in the same school?
No, well, when I was younger though, when I was young, but as I started growing, like and moving and stuff, I didn't really because I went to I went to an all girls Catholic high school. I went to Xavier, so like
you went to Xavier?
There was not many like there's not
Brophy.
That's where I went. So like there wasn't much.
It's all girls.
So you're a genius?
Oh, that's why you assume that is it with the genius girls?
Hey man.
No, I wouldn't say I'm a genius, but I'm
I mean, because you had to qualify. They didn't just accept anybody, did they?
No, they didn't. Yeah.
What's your IQ?
I had some help though. I had some help. So. Yeah, but that's why I was saying like it's kind of like just that bridge to so many different things.
Skirts. I be seeing them girls go to Starbucks.
Honestly,
that's what I mean, man.
Put the dog now. Put the dog.
Y'all are crazy.
Time out.
No, because when I come back home from Camelback, I always see them in the group, and they got the Big old skirt. That's the only thing that I associate with.
Got the
okay.
skirts,
Yeah.
the blue top, and
And
whatever.
they're going and buying,
Yep.
they're going to Shake Shack, buying the burger, going to Starbucks, getting the drink. There's a Dutch Bros right
that
there.
area was always what is it, sauce and all that other stuff too.
Wait, what year did you graduate?
2019.
What the
Oh, no
so
way.
I probably saw your
Yeah,
ass then.
2019. That's when I
That's
graduated.
crazy.
Yeah.
Wow.
So one thing I would say on like in addition to like what she said so
What
far.
middle school do you go to?
What?
What middle school do you go to?
Middle school? I went to what middle school did I go to? I went to Telios Prep.
Oh,
Telios Prep Middle School. That was like closer to Phoenix area. Yeah.
What were you gonna ask, Ryan?
Oh yeah, I was gonna say like I think in addition to like being curious and all those things, you know, like because I wasn't getting it at home, I was gonna look for it outside of the home, like the curiosity and stuff. I also remember like my parents emphasizing. I remember having this conversation more than once as a kid. Like my parents would often tell me like, yeah, you're here. I mean, like you're here in the United States, but and education is basically public education. Public education is basically free. But back home, like I remember my mom and my dad telling me like, yeah, we kind of had to stop going to school like after maybe even like before high school, just because like school isn't free, and then it's either like you either provide food for the family or like you use that money that you would to go
somewhere
to
to school.
So like I think in the back of my mind that part sort of motivated me as well. Like okay, like I have all this opportunity. Let me just like enjoy myself and just because they didn't have that and they couldn't go to high school. And
Okay,
stuff like that.
curious question about that, right?
Yeah.
So let's say, so let's use, let's say, fuck man.
Go ahead.
Let's use your place of birth, right? Like your, what was it again?
I was born in Tanzania,
All right,
but I grew up in Mozambique.
All right, let's use it as an example compared to the U.S., right? But in terms of like professions, right? Here in the U.S. compared to there, obviously, if you have say a mathematician who works here, right?
Yeah.
And this mathematician gets paid like around 70 to 80K a year, right? Annually, whatever it is.
Here in
that
the
they do.
US.
Right.
Yeah.
And if that same mathematician, if somebody in your country, right, has that same position as the one in the US, do they get paid that same level of money? Or just because they have the same title, they get paid differently depending on the economic standard?
They wouldn't
get
even.
paid.
They wouldn't even be qualified. They'd probably tell them you'd have to go back to school and get
Wait, are you
qualified
saying like
within
someone
the
from
US.
my country comes to the US with the same qualifications and tries to teach you, or like are you saying like
they teach,
separately?
they teach over there, same title, everything, same title, you know, but they get paid differently.
Because
Or they get paid the same.
Because the education curriculum is
It's
different.
different.
It's not
The
same.
way it's
Well, the
shown.
education curriculum is different, and I think just like the two different countries, like the pay is going to be less.
Right.
A lot of teachers sometimes in the global South, developing countries, they sometimes they don't get paid, and
Damn.
that's some things they
No,
deal
for
with.
real, yeah.
So it's almost like so you could be the master of your craft in your own area, but if there's no economic
doesn't
money
necessarily
around,
guarantee.
you're like the
Yeah.
next poor person next to you
Yeah.
compared to
Yeah,
the
not necessarily, but if you're a teacher, like you'll be okay. You won't be like living in, like, in the villages and stuff and struggling and stuff like that. But it's not like you're not like a it's not a stable job, and you know like hey, on the 21st, on the 30th, I know
gonna get
I know the
there,
direct
yeah.
deposit is hitting. Like it's
They're gonna
not.
let you
Yeah.
fight
Yeah.
for your money.
Yeah.
And
And I
just
know
because of infrastructure issues with
Yes.
the government
Yeah.
and things like that.
And I know, like, there's some stories too where, like, there's people who are in their craft back home over there, but like once they get here, they like tell them like, hey, yeah, you know,
don't qualify.
even though you're that back there, it's
Like the
not the
US,
same.
yeah,
You're
yeah.
gonna have to go back and either get this or
That happens a
this.
lot,
It
yeah.
happens
even,
a
even
lot.
if you got like the
The
qualifications.
same degree.
Because
here,
it's not the
So
same.
wouldn't that be an issue on the schools on how they like implement, like, first of all, you could come to our school and I don't care about your qualifications, even if you have all this and the history of this, right?
Yeah.
You still gotta go to school.
I think it would be. But I feel like that would work if like maybe the schools all had like in different countries all had kind of like the same
Maybe there's
curriculum.
like a global
curriculum, yeah. Like
yeah.
there's
Yeah.
a like this is a global mathematics.
Yeah, like everybody has to do this.
Yeah,
if you
and
wanna,
if you want to be
yeah.
a teacher
Yeah.
anywhere. in
Because
this
I'm like,
way,
if you're gifted at a certain area in the STEM fields or something, right?
Yeah.
And you're like, you've already proven back in your country that you're in the top of your craft, you know?
Yeah.
And then you come here, and then you take like a entrance exam, right?
Yeah.
And you still do that with flying colors and all, and they still want more proof that you still gotta go to school
You still have to do
again.
it,
Like,
yeah.
damn,
Yeah,
that's
it
crazy.
sucks.
No,
They would do that
Your
sometimes.
job as an engineer is not. I mean, you got people depending on what kind of engineer you are. You're paying people's life.
For 3 years. Yeah.
Well, I think also like the way things
Damn.
are, like being a teacher is actually like it's not easy because you actually have to know how to explain things to
Sure.
people in a way where like to students in a way where like they can understand and be able to make those connections. And so
some
I
of them
feel like
suck.
yeah, and so I feel like maybe in
I
like
remember
in
that shit,
different
man. Still
in
do.
different places in different classrooms, you know, if there's not like a similar system that's used by a teacher to teach one thing, you know, it might not that's not gonna fly in a different country with a different set of like people in that country. You know what I mean? And so like in the village or something, you know, the way the kids are taught, it's gonna have to be very simple. It's gonna need to be very simple, very basic, so they can really understand it because that's all they've known. They're gonna need way more time to make those connections than kids who are here because I guess kids who are here they start young. You start young with
And
like
also,
that kind of learning.
over here, you can go home and still study with your parents.
Yeah.
Imagine if your mom don't know 1+1+, so you're basically
you can't even ask
you have to
them.
be
You're
your
on
own
your
teacher
own.
once you
Yeah.
go to the house.
You're your own teacher.
And
That's true.
because of that, the U.S. education standard, the U.S. if he's, let's say he goes back home, right? He will have the best jobs back home with the
100%.
U.S. education.
Yeah.
But it always not the same thing. It doesn't transition here.
Yeah.
And
or
I
like going
and-
vice versa, it doesn't work.
Yeah, and I don't blame the U.S. either. Come on, man. I wouldn't want some basic engineer, thinking that he's elite.
Building a bridge.
There you go, coming here and killing all the Americans. It's bad price. It's bad for the Africans. Like it's not.
Yeah.
So
I get why
But
they
I
have
would
those restrictions.
I
but
would
it's-
add that like I wouldn't I can see like how we're talking about it. It might seem as though like we're saying like the way like the teachers and the people from like lesser country, not lesser countries. Let me say
Like
it
the
in a way
global
where-
south?
Yeah, the global south are. It's like it's not as good or it's not as developed. But we're not saying it in that way. I think we're talking about it like for the global south, the way it's developed particularly for the global south.
there you go.
And then for the U.S., it's developed for the U.S.
Yeah.
And that's
And
why
so like
that's what they call it, the developing countries. versus
exactly,
the first world
exactly.
countries.
So like, there's definitely that kind of like.
So it's like evolution at work.
Come
Oof,
on.
I wouldn't say evolution. No, there's.
I don't think so because
It's not-
if
No,
you
I
would
wouldn't- I
say
wouldn't
say
if you,
evolution.
if you
Evolution is
say
like
that
evolving,
if
but
you say that then like all it would take is just like one little small thing to have changed when all the continents were being broken and it could have been different. At one point, a lot of us were connected. Like,
No, 'cause
it was
right
all
now-
one place.
Because right now you said that. No, because right now you said that, sir.
I don't have to believe it. It just it is what it is.
No.
Yo,
I
wait,
didn't mean.
believe in
No.
Pangea?
I didn't mean. No.
He doesn't. He said.
The earth, like, you know, it's separated, you know, it's like land.
Yeah, the plates shifted.
well,
So
yeah.
right now we're.
If there wasn't water, then how would we get to each other?
Hey man, this is not a science class.
So that means we don't have needed to have been at least in one
There
place.
you go.
Sorry, I think I used the wrong word about. Huh? No, I think I used the wrong word about evolution. I didn't mean evolution like that. I mean more like
Oh man.
it's almost like
Bit up.
depending on your environment, depending on the restrictions and the limitations, or even like the freeness that you may have, will depend on how that particular being flourishes in that
In that
environment.
environment.
It's not that they
Yeah.
want to. It's just like you're just restricted by these things around you
Yep.
that you have to, you know.
I know what happened to me. I knew that if I was
Especially
excelling
with the
in
government.
school, no, I figured right. If I
Yeah,
was
shut
excelling in
up.
school back home, there was no future because I seen.
What do you mean?
Because the whole narrative was that the government's corrupted. The educated can't find employment. That was the narrative back home where I came from. By the way, my country, we never had any wars, but the grace of God.
Wow.
You know, Togo, small country, never had no problem with nobody. We are on our third president since I forgot what year we became independent, getting independent from France. But yeah, you know, so
And it was white.
so when I came here and I now know that okay, my input matters. It depends. So my input is gonna tell me how much I can. My output. That's when I started to care and really because. Again, I knew it was, even as a dumb kid, I knew it was going to be, it was weird. I just knew that I was going to be somebody no matter what. You know, and what does that somebody mean? I just knew that I was going to, how can I say this, man? It's weird. I was never going to like anything because I never liked to begin with. So what would I be liking now?
Liking now,
Where would I go backward?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, the will is there. So therefore, whatever there's a will, there's a way. And I really believe that. It might take 20, 30 years, but I know that in the end, bro, everything's going to be all right. And by the grace of God, everything in my life, I got no problem. I create my own problems, but at the same time, it's never big enough to where I can't recover or
From the
learn
problem.
from my mistakes.
Do you think your mind can like manifest things for it to happen?
Manifest.
Because you said that in your first job, right, the Whataburger.
Yeah.
he asked you like why were you excited? Like why were you working there in the first place, right?
And I
And you
told
said
him,
you've always wanted struggle.
Yeah.
You wanted to feel something about
Yes.
struggle.
Yes.
So it's almost like now that you're struggling, right? It's almost like you've already had some form of like lesson taught when you were working at Whataburger, right? When the struggle part was there. And now, I mean, for me, I can talk for myself. You know, I know I'm struggling and all that. You know, and assuming you are struggling, is that because you're picturing yourself like I still want to struggle, and I know I need
Okay.
problems in my life so I can
Yeah, so
Solve them,
let
solve
me
them.
define struggle. I've never, not real struggle. You know what I mean?
all right, what's that? Then
I'm not gonna lie, you lost me with that
Now you
question.
have to find
Okay.
real struggle.
Kid struggle.
Kid struggle. No, stop, man, with the rich shit. Listen.
Is it
No,
is it
no,
rich kids to you guys?
no. Listen. No, it's me, yeah, man.
Stop.
Stop, bro.
Yeah, he did have a Beamer though. I'm not gonna lie.
Bro,
What was it,
the
an
fuck? I didn't
M3?
know
The
anything.
3 Series, man.
3 Series. That was a
That's the
X3.
328 and I had the X6.
Jeez.
Oh, so
No,
you had two
listen.
Beamers.
Yeah, that's how the rich kids talk about cars, man.
listen.
I just had an X6.
No,
I mean,
you're going.
I just
Listen,
had an X6.
it doesn't mean that I was rich, my brother. It's just the fact that, you know what I'm saying, if my dad wanted to give me some top notch shit, so I can.
jeez.
My dad philosophy is this, right? If I show you what's out there, you're gonna get what's, you know what I'm saying?
It would sort of be like
So
the
your
baseline
mind-
for
There
you.
you go.
So your mind was
gotcha.
like
Yeah, so
picturing.
he was trying to cultivate, you know what I'm saying, my mind to where I can be whatever I want to be in the future. So yes, when we came here, we flew, traveled, went to other state because he wanted to show us the opportunity that was here.
I got 10 minutes
Oh,
yeah.
shoot.
before my
that's
ride.
okay.
Before my ride is here for work.
Yeah,
Oh, you called Uber for it?
Nah, I have a friend who's gonna drop me.
Oh, okay.
okay.
So.
Yeah.
But so that's what it was for me. And by struggle, I mean that I wanted to relate with people, you know what I'm saying, how they earn their money and the hard work that come with earning the money. For example, having to stand by a freaking grill and the heat was burning your torso, you gotta flip them patties. That's why I learned the Whataburger. That's the struggle. I wanted to relate with people so that whatever my structure is gonna be that I'm gonna base my wealth on is gonna actually be valuable. It's gonna have value. It's not just gonna be like it's just a worthless, here, make a lot of money and then it's gone in the future.
Yeah.
I wanted to actually sustain itself throughout not only my time but my kid, again, generational wealth, And for my time, if I can, accrue 50 million asset, whatever it is, business asset or whatever it is, I pray to God that my kids are smart enough to maintain that and build upon that to where from there, in the future, the sky's the limit.
That's true.
So by struggle, that's what I mean. I wanted to relate to the experience of people, but no, I've always had what I wanted to have. No, not what I wanted to have.
Wait.
So struggle
No,
to you
the
is
basis, like, you know what I'm saying? For example, if I want a Bugatti, obviously I can't get no fucking Bugatti. I know that. But if I wanted to get an X6, I know I can get an X6.
so struggle to you is experiencing what?
Experience of so-called a fast food worker or
That's
you know what I mean?
That's a struggle.
To me,
Do you struggle?
yeah, because obviously, because I had to sacrifice my time in college to be doing this.
Okay, yeah.
So it's a struggle.
I see what you mean.
But I was gonna say, at the end, I mean, like everyone's talking about, like, we've all had, there's parallels in our upbringings and our stories. But one thing I would add is that I think, looking back, yes, I would consider myself like we were living in poverty and stuff, but poverty is relative, like looking when I was living back home, I didn't think I was poor. I was just like, oh, this is just life. You know what I mean? Like, oh yeah, we just get our food at the farm. We just go to the water thingy to get our water.
Life.
Yeah, it's just like normal life. So it's weird it always feels weird to like look back like, dang, I was really struggling, but then I didn't feel like I was struggling. So it's like this weird, I don't know, juxtaposition.
Even Einstein's theory applies to like the human.
Yeah,
endeavor.
everything. It's relative. It is.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
I think that's. Well,
Man,
we're wrapping it up.
That's
Yeah,
what I got for now.
we're going to continue from Dan. I did this was
This was part one, so we appreciate
I
you
know,
guys.
yeah,
We
We
part
appreciate you
two.
guys listening.
Tune
We have
in
a
to
lot more.
part two.
So
a lot
next
more
up, we're gonna talk about what America has made of us. Where we are now and where we want to go in more detail. By the way, not just blah.
Yes. I can't wait to talk more about
Man.
my experience.
Because I got big shit, man.
You got plans. You got plans for the future.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
so
All right,
appreciate
that wraps
y'all.
it up.
Yes,
Bye.
have a
See
good
you guys
night
next
now.
time.
Until then.
Yep.